So how's your Christmas going? Mine's being spent making videos. 'Cause I'm lonely. I feel so lonely. Yeah, that's enough of that. Anyway, right, this one's a weird one because I get a lot of people messaging me this and then they start comparing my favourite thing in the world, tick size. Yes, I said tick size, as in like the tick of a skill, a status, pestilence or whatever. Everyone gets so caught up on tick size. Had one recently of someone saying that they hit like over 700k with their Eclipse build using Memento. So they didn't give any details on what their build was, so I've literally just swapped over my Vial mask to an Eclipse mask, put Memento on. I'm still keeping my Golem holster of status effect skill damage, and I'm now just out in the world trying to build Memento stacks. Now from the off I can tell you that this is, without stacks, it's weak as piss. Like, I am genuinely struggling to kill things. I miss my Vial ticks. It's very apparent how much weaker this is without Vial ticks. There is also the missing multiplier, which means that it's going to take a hell of a lot to even get close to the damage that I was originally doing in the first place. However, that being said, I understand why you would put Memento on your Eclipse build. Pretty much the only form of damage you have is from your status, and that relies purely on cooldowns. Having Memento does mean you get skill efficiency, which is going to give you skill haste, skill duration, skill damage, status effect, repair skill, bloody blah, all of it, bloody blah. It also is going to give you some weapon damage, which means that you potentially can do some shooty bang bang in the hopes of actually killing stuff potentially a little bit quicker. However, it is not giving you what you think it is potentially giving you. If anything, it is actually hurting you, just in the form of damage. Everything else, like the armor regen, the extra weapon damage, the skill efficiency is actually very nice. The issue is Vial, in terms of damage, is going to give you so much more. I'm not going to tell people not to play Eclipse with Memento because it is a very viable option. However, if you are going for killing things, kill thing quicker, kill thing now, barbecue, Vial is still going to be your best bet no matter what, which is annoying. Then comes into question of playing this in solo and multiplayer. I am quite fond of Pyro builds, Eclipse builds in general. It's part of the in-game name I have, Foam Math. I like foam status builds and I like math. Dod Foamath. Ta-da, problem solved. There is also the running joke of a few people that like triggering me, so I'm foaming at the mouth. Yeah, read into that what you will. It's like I've got rabies or something, but yes. In terms of overall output and damage, Vial is still going to be your best bet. The problem with this is it depends on how you actually want to play. Simply just because although Memento isn't going to give you as much damage as Vial, it is giving you a lot of other things which can be of benefit. Like I said, the weapon damage is very, very handy. The increase in the skill haste, skill duration, is quite handy. The only thing you're lacking is damage, so it's a question of now, do you want to trade damage for essentially everything else? It would be a question that is entirely up to you and how you wish to play. Now, this is the build I'm running in this video for this. So Eclipse mask, knees, gloves and chest, Memento backpack, golem with skill tier, skill damage and status effect. In total, this build gives us 75% status effect and 20% skill damage. Now, just for argument's sake, let's just say that the sticky does 10,000 damage at base. We have 75% status effect. We also have 20% skill damage. We will get 30% skill efficiency, and we will also gain plus 60% skill damage from capacitor. Because these are all going to be based value, they just add together. So essentially what you get is 0.75 plus 0.6 plus 0.3 plus whatever else. So if we take our imaginary base value of the sticky, which was 10k, times it by our new value, 1.65, we get 16,500 per tick. Here now comes the problem with using Memento. If we're not using Memento and we use the Eclipse backpack, we get an amplified 30% damage rather than what would normally be just an additive. We also gain an extra skill damage roll, so it goes from 0.75 to 0.85. And then that's all multiplied by 1.3, which gives us 1.885. So that our imaginary 10,000 base now becomes 18,850. This is just a very rudimentary form. However, when we actually calculate this across the full build with full damage output, the Eclipse backpack is going to give us so much more. And we've not even, at this point, added in Vial. So here I am with max Memento stacks. Just going to put the target to 5 meters. Now, sadly, I didn't show this, but Memento without any stacks was 318,411. With max stacks, it's 466,244. Yeah, we've not actually gone up by that much. If we now try and build up max capacitor stacks as well as the ticks, when we hit maximum capacitor stacks with maximum Memento stacks per tick, we get 652,742. So using Memento with no stacks whatsoever, 318,411. With max Memento stacks, not using capacitor, 466,244. And then with max Memento stacks as well as max capacitor stacks, 652,742. This is quite impressive, and there are weird and wacky ways in where you can get this to go higher. However, if we just, I don't know, put Vial back on and try this again. Now, my Vial ticks for 94,736, and my tick normally, without including Vial, is 437,588. And then with capacitor at max, it's 656,382. You can see this now in the background footage. So without capacitor stacks, with my normal tick, if I then add Vial into it, I hit 532,327, and then with capacitor at max stacks, adding Vial into my tick calculations, I hit 751,121. Vial will always outperform Memento, not just because Vial, but because the Eclipse backpack is just that damn powerful. Unless you are running a foam build, if you are planning on doing damage with your Eclipse build, the Eclipse backpack, I've said it before, I'll say it again, say it with me now, categorically best in slot. Now, this does not detract from Memento being a actual useful utility piece on your Eclipse build. I get it. If you want to run Eclipse with Memento, fine. You do you. But if you think that you are getting more damage out of it because you're not running Vial or you're not running the Eclipse backpack, sorry to ruin your Christmas, but no. It's mostly due to the Eclipse backpack. It really is just that powerful. However, not using Vial also means that you're replacing 2 ticks for 1 tick. Obviously, they're going to be of different values, but adding them together, as well as the fact that Vile does actually seem to proc more frequently than the fire ticks actually do. So yeah, anyway, have fun, good luck, don't die, it's bad for the health.